And we welcome you live here to the Brevard Sports Network, live from Merritt Island High School for the beginning of playoff volleyball here in Brevard County. Here at least for the Merritt Island Mustangs. I'm Jackson Robb on the call tonight. Behind the camera doing my production work tonight is Kayla Brown, and we got ourselves playoff volleyball starting on the Brevard Sports Network here as the 2-seeded Merritt Island Mustangs host the 7-seeded TAVARES Bulldogs. As coming in here, Merritt Island comes in again at the 2 seed at 21-5. Now they're the 2 seed in the region and the number 2 overall seed in the entirety of the tournament and all of 4A, as they share a region with the number 1 overall seed, Bishop Moore. So they are on a collision course with one another at the end of this region. But it all starts here, and you got to win the first game to get to that matchup with Bishop Moore if you're Merritt Island, as they host the TAVARES Bulldogs. TAVARES comes in at 7-5. Run down the rosters for Merritt Island. It's number 0, Emma Michelle. Number 1, Bella Schwantz. Number 2, Juliana Dutch. Number 3 is going to be Sarah Niazi. Number 4 is Shemaya Richardson. Number 5 is Piper Gary. Number 7 is Kylie Thompson. Number 8 is Lexi Michelle. Number 9 is Amber Ives. Number 10 is Reese Loggins. Number 12 is Aveline Krauser. Number 14 is Elena Martin. Number 15 is Annabelle Jones. And number 16 is McKenna Highlander. Merritt Island has won 41 sets and lost to just 11, and they're led by head coach Angie Patrick in her 22nd season with 485 wins, with 39 of those coming in the playoffs. She has 8 Final Fours, 3 state runner-ups, and 2 state championships, now riding 20 straight district titles as well. Their opponents, the TAVARES Bulldogs, the 7th seed in the region, come in at 7-5 with 24 sets won and 19 sets lost. And their team is number 1, Leilani Cummings. Number 2 is Christine Sedukas. Number 3 is Elizabeth Gardner. Number 4 is Riley Jackson. Number 5 is Danielle Carroll. Number 6 is Alexis Terciano. Number 8 is Chloe Looper. Number 9 is Sydney Hall. Number 10 is Samantha Betty. Number 12 is Mallory Kaneski. Number 14 is Layla Ellis. And number 15 is Charlie Butts. They are led by first-year head coach Rebecca Broadway and assistant coach Trey Grant. That's a big deal. First-year head coach going straight to the playoffs for TAVARES, as the teams will meet at the net here to get things started in the playoffs. The winner of this match will move on to face the winner of Santa Fe and Satellite tonight up at Santa Fe. They are the 3 seed, Satellite the 6 seed. So another Brevard County team could get a shot at Merritt Island if Satellite can pick up a win tonight to keep their season alive on the road. And when we talk about the playoffs, got to first look at what happened last night, because playoffs have already started for Brevard County teams, as Brevard Heat and Merritt Island Christian both advanced to the Sweet 16, whereas Holy Trinity, Cocoa Beach, and Space Coast, unfortunately, have met the end of their 2024 season in the first round. But for the Brevard Heat and for Merritt Island Christian, they will live to fight another game, and that is what Merritt Island and TAVARES are fighting for here tonight from the Mustang Gym here. It's a regional quarterfinal game, a.k.a. a round of 32 match. Winner goes to the Sweet 16 and continues their path to a state championship over in Polk County, where it's hosted this year by the FHSAA. And you can find out more information about the state championship weekend and all the rankings and brackets that have been released on FHSAA.com or on their social medias at FHSAA. As we get set to go for playoff volleyball here in 4A, Region 2, Shemaya Richardson will get things started for Merritt Island here, as Richardson is their ace leader with 53 aces. As we had a ball kind of get loose there, and not the main ball that is held by Shemaya Richardson to get things underway. And we are underway now in the regional quarterfinals here for Merritt Island. Set by TAVARES, miscommunication on the third touch. They don't get it over, and it's 1-0 Merritt Island to start the postseason. Point will be going to Shemaya Richardson. Richardson to serve once again. Mustangs with a 1-0 advantage. This one goes too deep. And we're tied at 1 early on here in the regional quarterfinals. And back to serve to start the game for TAVARES is number 10, Samantha Beatty. Beatty serve received by Niazi. Set back over the head by Loggins and sent over cross court by Emma Michelle for the kill. 2-1, Merritt Island leads early. Checking in for the Mustangs will be Annabelle Jones and Elena Martin. And that will send Emma Michelle and Reese Loggins to the bench. Back to serve is Annabelle Jones for Merritt Island. Coming off the kill by Emma Michelle, it's 2-1 Mustangs. Jones serve going deep again, and we're tied at 2. Now 2 deep serves for Merritt Island, or both the Tavares points here early on, as we're tied at 2. Checking in for Tavares is Alexis Turciano for Leilani Cummings. Back to serve for Tavares is Layla Ellis. That's their blocks leader. Ellis serve goes straight to Shemaya Richardson, set by Jones outside to Bella Schwantz, who tips it down the line. And that drops for the point. It is 3-2 Merritt Island jumping back in front. Checking back in now for Tavares is Leilani Cummings, coming in for Layla Ellis. Bella Schwantz, Merritt Island's second leader in aces, overall kills leader at the service line, and she's going to pick up an ace to start her trip at the service line there off of Cummings. It is 4-2 Merritt Island to open up this game. Bella Schwantz back to serve again for Merritt Island. 4-2 lead for the Mustangs. Goes straight off of Cummings again, off towards the bench. Out of balance, back-to-back aces for Bella Schwantz, as she's now up to 46 on the season. And it is 5-2 Merritt Island on 3 consecutive points. Schwantz to serve again, coming off of 2 consecutive aces. Schwantz just gets it over the net, received by Charlie Butts, set back. And the kill attempt going deep there, but received by Merritt Island. Outside, Elena Martin puts all her power through that one and goes past the end line. That's the 3rd time the Merritt Island's had that happen. That's been all 3 of Tavares' points to start here. 5-3 Mustangs lead. Back to serve for the Bulldogs will be Chloe Looper. Looper serve going back corner to Schwantz, set by Jones outside for Aveline Krauser, who gets the kill, but they're going to call Tavares into the net on Christine Sadukis. Makes it 6-3 Merritt Island. Checking in for Tavares will be Mallory Kineski, and that will send Chloe Looper to the bench. Libero to the service line for Merritt Island, Sarah Niazi. They lead it 6-3. Niazi serve received by Kineski. Ball kept alive, sent over in 3. Nobody at home in the back corner there. That's a kill for Charlie Butts. It is 6-4 now Merritt Island, but that one just no spacing on the floor as everybody all bunched up in the middle. And after the kill, it'll be Butts at the service line. That is their ace leader this season. Goes straight off of Aveline Krauser. First touch sent right back for Merritt Island. Set cross court, and the kill attempt goes out of bounds for Samantha Betty. 7-4 the lead now for Merritt Island as they will check back in. Reese Loggins and Emma Michelle for Elena Martin and Annabelle Jones, with Loggins heading to the service line for Merritt Island. Mustangs lead 7-4 here in the opening set of their playoff journey, looking to get back to the state Final Four once again. Set cross court outside. Betty with the back corner kill for Tavares. And checking back in now for Tavares will be Layla Ellis. That is Betty with the kill, and she is their kills leader. Back at the service line is their libero, Leilani Cummings. 7-5 Merritt Island with the lead. Niazi on the receive. Set by Loggins. Emma Michelle with the kill off of Cummings. It is 8-5 Merritt Island, growing their lead back up to 3. And checking in and heading to serve for Merritt Island will be Amber Ives, coming in for Aveline Krauser. Serve for Amber Ives, received there by Mallory Kineski outside. And the kill attempt and a kill by Layla Ellis off of Loggins, who tried to dig it out. It drops perfectly to the floor though. 8-6, Merritt Island's lead back down to 2. Checking back in for Tavares will be Chloe Looper. Checking out will be Mallory Kineski. Back at the service line is Christine Sadukis. 8-6 the lead for Merritt Island. Sadukis into the net. And Merritt Island's lead grows back to 3. It is 9-6 Mustangs. Shemaya Richardson back at the service line for the second time tonight. Checking in for Merritt Island will be Lexi Michelle for Sarah Niazi. Serve for Richardson, gets over, dug out by Cummings, set by Sadukis outside, and blocked up front. And that kill attempt going right out to the sideline, out of bounds. 10-6, the lead now for Merritt Island off the block. And the subsequent kill attempt going out of bounds for Tavares. Shemaya Richardson back to serve once again. Mustangs lead by 4. Received by Cummings, set by Sadukis, and the kill there for Tavares by Layla Ellis. Bringing that one straight to the floor that time. It is 10-7. Merritt Island's lead back down to 3. Back to serve for Tavares will be Samantha Betty, their kills leader. Betty serve received by Schwantz. Set backside by Loggins. Emma Michelle with her second kill of the game, going deep on that one. 11-7 the lead for Merritt Island. And checking back in for the Mustangs is Annabelle Jones and Elena Martin. Checking out is Reese Loggins and Emma Michelle. Back to serve for Merritt Island is Annabelle Jones. Jones with the serve. Merritt Island leading by 4. Received by Betty. Set outside, and it's blocked out by Merritt Island. The kill for Charlie Butts. It is 11-8 now in favor of Merritt Island. Checking in for Tavares will be Alexis Terciano. At the service line will be Layla Ellis for Tavares. Ellis serve going over to Schwantz, set by Jones up front. Lexi Michelle with the kill. And nobody for Tavares can get a hand on it. 12-8 Merritt Island leads. Checking back in is the libero Leilani Cummings. Bella Schwantz back to serve for Merritt Island. Already with 2 aces in this game at the service line. They lead at 12-8. That one drops on the line. Make it 3 aces in the game now for Bella Schwantz. She's up to 47 on the season now. Second, good for second on the team. 13-8 Merritt Island leads. And this has been their strongest stretch of most of their games, has been the middle section of the sets. From about 10 to 20. It's where they come alive. Schwantz serve off of Cummings, digs it out. And sent back in by Sadukis, and nobody gets it over there as that ball lands a little bit too close to the net. 14-8 the lead for Merritt Island now. $13-8 the lead for Merritt Island. Just clips the tape, drops for another ace for Schwantz. Up to 4 now on the game, and that will be the first timeout of the match for Tavares and head coach Rebecca Broadway, as Merritt Island's lead has now peaked at 6 points and looking to keep it growing here out of the timeout. They lead at 14-8 at the point of timeout here. We'd like to thank our head sponsor tonight, Martinez Construction Services, for all your needs in construction, design, and building. Call Martinez Construction Services, or you can find them online. Also like to once again thank the FHSAA, and would like to encourage everyone to look forward to booking their trip to the state Final Four over in Polk County at Polk County State College. And yeah, so all that information is on the FHSAA's website, along with rankings and brackets for all high school sports, and obviously, most notably in this case, volleyball. You can find them online at www.fhsaa.com. And any rebroadcast or retransmission is strictly prohibited of FHSAA state playoff events unless you are granted prior approval. Bella Schwantz to serve once again for Merritt Island, coming off 2 aces. Cummings receives, set outside, and a deep shot too long there for Charlie Butts. Merritt Island will win the Tavares timeout. They lead 15-8. Schwantz to serve once again. Tavares has struggled a little bit on this run returning serves, but luckily they won't have to return that one as Schwantz ends her run into the net. 15-9 now the lead for Merritt Island. Heading back to serve for Tavares is Chloe Looper. That ball outside, miscommunication, and it's an ace for Looper. Lexi Michelle and Bella Schwantz in the area, nobody calls it. Falls to the floor for an ace, and it's 15-10. Merritt Island's lead cut back down to 5 with Chloe Looper at the service line. Received by Schwantz, back-to-back aces for Looper. And nobody there to receive the receive on the second touch. It's 15-11. 3 consecutive points now for Tavares. 15-11 Merritt Island lead. Looper angled it to the outside a little bit too far there. And it is 16-11 now for Merritt Island. Checking back in for Tavares is Mallory Koneski. And checking in for Merritt Island to serve will be Sarah Niazi. Served by Niazi, received by Koneski. Set outside, Charlie Butts sends it deep. And it is 17-11. Merritt Island's lead grows right back to 6. Niazi back at the service line once again. It's 17-11 Mustangs here in the opening set of this regional quarterfinal game. Set outside, and the kill will fall for Samantha Betty, adding to her team leading kill total coming into this game at 103, but she's already had a few. Makes it 17-12 Merritt Island. That one goes off of Schwantz. Serve there for Butts, received by Schwantz. Set backside to Elena Martin. Martin with the kill. Off of Leilani Cummings. Tried to dig it out, but the second touch doesn't come. And it's 18-12 Merritt Island. Checking back in for the Mustangs is Reese Loggins and Emma Michelle. Loggins at the service line. Merritt Island leads 18-12 here in set number 1. Serve received by Cummings. Fake set, sent over and 2 and drops perfectly. Great play that time by Christine Sadukis for Tavares. 18-13 now Merritt Island's lead, and a perfectly executed fake set is a very good way to get a point in your favor. 18-13 the lead for Merritt Island. Set outside, Shamaya Richardson off balance, gets a nice kill attempt in. Tavares receives it, but the shot goes deep there for Samantha Betty. 19-13 Merritt Island. Checking in for Merritt Island, back to serve will be Amber Ives, coming in for Aveline Krauser. As the serve goes there for Ives, received by Butts up towards the net. It's tipped over in 2, but blocked there by Shamaya Richardson. 20-13, Merritt Island leads by 7 here in set number 1 and are 5 points away from an opening set win, and something that, you know, we've mentioned quite a bit here in these games, but something that they have struggled with at times is getting hot out of the gates and winning the opening set, but tonight not showing any weakness there. Koneski gets it over in 3 for Tavares. On the other end, Bella Schwantz brings a little bit too much on that one. It goes long. And actually, that's going to be reversed, as they're going to rule that Sadukis was in the net for Tavares. Makes it 21-13. Merritt Island leading by 8. Back to serve again is Amber Ives for Merritt Island. Received by Butts. Looked like it was going to go deep. Backside set gets over from Samantha Betty. Set up front, Emma Michelle with the kill for Merritt Island. Already up to 3 on the night. Michelle, the freshman, appearing in her first playoff game, and definitely not afraid of the lights here, and having a great opening set. 22-13, the lead for Merritt Island now. Ives, the serve, drops low. Tavares keeps it alive, can't get it over. It's an ace for Amber Ives. Merritt Island's lead hits double digits now for the first time late here in set number 1. It's 23-13. And now Tavares out of timeouts here in the opening set as they take their second and final one here, with Merritt Island 2 points away from an opening set win. And nice start for Merritt Island here, as they've just grown this lead as the sets progressed. And now we're 2 points away from an opening set win here in the playoffs. And That's the first step to moving on. It's taken the first set. TAVARES going to need a big run here out of their second timeout to have a shot at this opening set. Again, the winner of this game will face the winner of the 3-seeded Santa Fe and 6-seeded Satellite being played tonight over at Santa Fe. We wish the best of luck to the Satellite Scorpions tonight as they travel on the road. As I don't doubt they're looking for another shot at Merritt Island. Would be their 4th of the season. If Satellite can upset Santa Fe and Merritt Island wins this one, then we could see a Brevard County matchup. We'll see how that one goes. And, you know, I'd be interested to see how that lineup is tonight for Satellite. Got the chance to talk to Lola Huffnagel this past week, and she said still not 100% healthy, still wearing an ankle brace, but will be getting some playing time in that game for Satellite. Set up front, blocked. And a big-time block there by Merritt Island's block leader, Emma Michelle, and Shamaya Richardson off the kill attempt by Layla Ellis. And now it is set point for Merritt Island for Amber Ives and the Mustangs, looking to take the opening set of their playoffs by double digits. Ives to serve. Outside receive by Kineski. Backside set. It's blocked again, this time by Bella Schwantz. And that will be the block to take the set for Merritt Island, as set number 1 of the playoffs goes to the Merritt Island Mustangs here over TAVARES by 12, 25-13 as they take their biggest lead of the set. And they take it all the way to a set win here. A nice performance and a good finish there by Schwantz with the block. We will take a break, as do the players, for 2.5 minutes here, and we'll be back for the resumption of play for set number 2. Set 1 goes to Merritt Island, 25-13. Welcome you back live here from Merritt Island High School for regional playoff volleyball action here between the 2-seeded Merritt Island Mustangs and the 7-seeded TAVARES Bulldogs. Merritt Island had no trouble in set number 1. They won it 25-13. And you look at this playoff bracket, the 1 seed in this region is Bishop Moore. Merritt Island, the 2 seed, Santa Fe is the 3 seed. The 4 seed is Mount Dora. The 5 seed is Hernando. The 6 seed is Satellite. 7 seed is TAVARES. And the 8 seed is Eustis. The winner of this game will go on to face the winner of Santa Fe and Satellite. So we get set to go in set number 2. This is match number 1 on the path to Polk County, where the state Final Four is hosted this season and the state championships. When it's all said and done, MERRITT TAVARES will start the second set with the serve, and it's an ace for Christine Sadukis. And now for the first time in this match, TAVARES has taken the lead 1-0 here to start set number 2. The majority of the points TAVARES has been able to get in this game have been off of serves, either aces of their own or Merritt Island serve that have gone into the net, or long back-to-back aces for Sadukis, as that one lands short of the Merritt Island formation there. 2-0 TAVARES to start set number 2, and it's all been Christine Sadukis at the service line with back-to-back aces. Sadukis serve going deep this time to Shemaya Richardson, set by Jones outside to Elena Martin, who was rejected up front there by Layla Ellis with the big-time block. Their block leader adds another one to the total, and TAVARES flying out here in set number 2. They lead 3-0 here to start after trailing the entirety of set number 1. Sadukis to serve once again. Received by Bella Schwantz, set by Jones outside for Elena Martin rather. Going off the roof and received by TAVARES. The third touch has to go, it does. Jones sets cross court to Bella Schwantz, who plays it right down the line. And Sadukis mistimes the jump there. Slides under the ball. It's 3-1 now. TAVARES leading. Merritt Island gets points on the board, and they'll send Bella Schwantz to the service line. Schwantz has been their best server tonight with 4 aces in the first set. 4 or 5. Schwantz serve, receive there, going just off the roof. Sadukis sets back up in front for Betty, which is blocked up front by Lexi Michelle. She tries to get a second block, but Layla Ellis drops it down for the kill. 4-1 the lead for TAVARES here in set number 2. And it is Samantha Betty back to serve for TAVARES. They lead it 4-1 here in set number 2. Received by Bella Schwantz, set by Jones outside. Aveline Krauser received, still bouncing off the roof, going back. TAVARES keeps it alive, and they get it over. What a play from Betty to Butts. And up front, the block by Layla Ellis. What a battle by TAVARES, and another block for Ellis. It's 5-1 TAVARES. What a rally and what a finish by Layla Ellis with another block. Back to serve now for TAVARES once again is Samantha Betty. They lead 5-1. Krauser on the receive, set by Jones back to Elena Martin. Puts it out of bounds. It's 6-1 TAVARES here in set number 2. And this will be Angie Patrick's first time out of the night here in either set. Here as TAVARES is flying out of the gates here in set number 2. They lead Merritt Island 6-1. With the timeout, once again, I'd like to thank Martinez Construction Services, our sponsor for tonight. Martinez Construction, proud sponsor of the Brevard Sports Network, and the best in the business for all your construction, design, and build needs here in Brevard County on the Space Coast. So if you have any interest in construction or build needs, don't think twice. Go contact Martinez Construction Services. Call them at 321-349-2000. or online at www.martinezconstruction.com. And look at Coach Angie Patrick, her playoff record in her career, 39-21 with 8 Final Fours, 1 being last season. 3 state runner-ups in 2012, 2014, and 2021 with 2 state championships in 2011 and 2018. And she's won district championships in 20 of their 22 seasons at the helm here at Merritt Island. But right now, TAVARES getting the best of them to start set number 2, 6-1. Serve by Samantha Betty. Krauser sets for Bella Schwantz, tips it low into the middle. TAVARES keeps it up. Sadukis over to Butts, down the line to Schwantz. Elena Martin blocked out of bounds there by Layla Ellis. Merritt Island wins their timeout. Much needed point here. Makes it 6-2 TAVARES. Sarah Niazi checks in for Merritt Island. She will head straight to serve. Is the libero for Merritt Island. 6-2 TAVARES with the lead. Serve received by Betty. Set goes over in 2 by Sadukis. Outside, Shemaya Richardson plays it close. Somehow it stays alive. What a play by Layla Ellis off the dig by Leilani Cummings. but they're going to call a lift on Tavares. And the big time play won't count for the Bulldogs, makes it 6-3. That's a good call there, but a valiant effort for Tavares. 6-3 now, Bulldogs lead. Niazi serve over to Butts. Set back outside to Charlie Butts, that hits the antenna. And that is out of bounds, makes it 6-4. Merritt Island, 3 straight points since their timeout. And the Mustangs are on a roll here. Got to keep it going, though. Past 3, as number 3, Sarah Niazi at the service line. They trail 6-4. Clips the tape, dropped for an ace for Niazi. Her first of the night. Merritt Island now back within 1. It's 6-5. As they once led 6-1, but Merritt Island on 4 straight points since the timeout. Looking to tie it here. Niazi with the serve. Received by Cummings up towards the net. Set by Sadukis. Ellis plays it over to Jones. Set outside to Elena Martin. Martin puts down the kill, brings down the hammer, and we're tied at 6. 5-0 run for Merritt Island. Coming out of the timeout, what a run for the Mustangs. Now they're looking to take the lead. Tavares looking to slow him down here. Serve for Niazi, received by Cummings. Off the roof, coming down hard. Ellis gets it over in 3. Up front, set low, Aveline Krauser with the kill for Merritt Island. And the Mustangs make it a 6-0 run and lead at 7-6. And we're going to get a Tavares timeout now. Their first of the set from that sideline, as Merritt Island has gone 6-0 since their timeout and taken a 7-6 lead. Good fight here for Merritt Island. Tavares going to need to find that spark they had to start the set, because Merritt Island has gone right back to their opening set ways, which they won that set by 12 points, 25-13. I'd like to once again give a disclaimer and remind everybody, going forward, any unapproved broadcast or rebroadcast or transmission of FHSAA state playoff contest is not permitted and prohibited by the FHSAA and the Brevard Sports Network. And any rebroadcast or retransmission could bring down sanctions on you or your school. So if you're looking to broadcast any sort of games going forward or video tape, make sure you get approval from the FHSAA. And do not rebroadcast or broadcast either going forward. Back to serve once again for Merritt Island, Sarah Niazi, as the Mustangs have a 7-6 lead, riding a 6-0 scoring run. Low ball, Ellis gets it over, and they're going to call Merritt Island with a lift that time on Aveline Krauser. So Tavares wins their timeout, and we're tied at 7. Back to serve for Tavares is Layla Ellis. Ellis' serve going deep, too deep that time. Merritt Island jumps back in front, 8-7. Checking in for Tavares will be Leilani Cummings for Layla Ellis. Emma Michelle checks in for Merritt Island along with Juliana Dutch for the first time tonight. And Dutch to serve, it's 8-7. Merritt Island goes low. Received by Butts, sent up and over in 3 touches by Looper. Backside set, Shamaya Richardson goes cross court. All the way over to Sadukis, and once again, Tavares gets it over. Set cross court, and dropped over there by Schwantz. Set back to Samantha Betty, whose kill attempt is tipped at the net. Drops out of bounds for the kill. Tied at 8 once again here now in set number 2. Back to serve for Tavares will be Chloe Looper. Looper to serve for Tavares into the net. Merritt Island takes the lead back 9-8. Checking in for Merritt Island will be Amber Ives for Aveline Krauser. Checking in for Tavares will be Mallory Koneski for Chloe Looper. With Ives back to serve for Merritt Island. Ives closed out the first set on a scoring run at the service line and finished at the service line in set number 1. Merritt Island leads this one 9-8 in set number 2. And that ball can't get returned. That's an ace for Ives, as Tavares can only get 2 touches on the ball and can't get it over the net. Merritt Island leads 10-8 here in set number 2. First time that set goes up by multiple points here. The lead goes up by multiple points in the set. Outside, Charlie Butts drops it over for the kill. It is 10-9. That time, Tavares finds the soft spot in the zone right in the middle. 10-9, butts to serve, received by Bella Schwann, set by Dutch up front, and the kill by Emma Michelle, who's, I want to say, has been perfect on kill attempts tonight up front. It's 11-9, Merritt Island with the lead. Shamaya Richardson back to serve. As Lexi Michelle just checked in for the Mustangs as well. Shamaya Richardson serve is low for the ace. Adds to her team leading total this season, now up to 54 on the season. 12-9, the lead for Merritt Island. And as I mentioned in the first set, this is where the Mustangs are strongest. From points 10 to 20 is where they really gap their leads. They've jumped up from a 1-point lead to 3 quickly here. Butts up front, sent over by Alexis Terciano. Dush keeps it off the net. Annabelle Jones gets it over. Set cross court. And blocked up front by Merritt Island. Free ball kill by Bella Schwantz. That's a big one for Merritt Island. They lead it 13-9. Shamaya Richardson to serve again for Merritt Island. It is 13-9 Mustangs here in set number 2. Richardson served down the line. It's going to drop for an ace again. That one off the roof. Off the receive by Terciano. It is 14-9, the lead for Merritt Island now. Checking in will be Kylie Thompson for the first time, coming in for Lexi Michelle. 14-9, Merritt Island's lead hits a set-high lead of 5 now and continues to grow with Richardson at the service line, riding back-to-back aces. Received by Butts, set low for Terciano, who sends that one off of Amber Ives. 14-10 now the lead for Merritt Island as Tavares cuts into it. Ellis will check back in the game with Leilani Cummings heading to the service line. 14-10 the lead for Merritt Island midway through set number 2. Looking to take a 2-set advantage here in this game. Cummings serve received by Richardson. Set by Dutch. Bella Schwantz with a run. Good dig there by Butts, sent over by Betty. Ball stays alive, Dush outside, and the kill attempt goes into the net for Kylie Thompson. Serve coming back here for Leilani Cummings. Received by Ives, set backside, and the kill for Emma Michelle up front again. Got to be up to 5 or 6 on the game now in her postseason debut here for the freshman. Annabelle Jones and Elena Martin will check in for Merritt Island. They lead now 15-11. Here in set number 2, it is Annabelle Jones at the service line. Jones serve, received by Cummings. Set cross court to Betty. Tipped at the net. Ives plays it back to Schwantz. Blocked at the net by Ellis. And Tavares back within 3. It's 15-12. Checking back in for the Bulldogs will be Chloe Looper for Koneski. Christine Sadukas at the service line for Tavares. They trail 15-12 here in set number 2. High arcing serve for Sadukas, trying to land it short. Merritt Island gets under it. Bella Schwantz with a big kill from the outside. 16-12 now the lead for Merritt Island. Checking in for Merritt Island is Aveline Krauser. Bella Schwantz to serve for Merritt Island. 16-12. Serve received by Cummings. Bump set outside. And the kill attempt goes out of bounds by Chloe Looper. Merritt Island's lead grows back to 5. It's 17-12. Serve coming for Bella Schwantz. Drops low. Ball kept alive by Tavares. Cummings gets it over in 3. Schwantz with the dig. Set back for Elena Martin. Back corner kill by Elena Martin. Great placement for the kill as that lands in the corner. 18-12 the lead for Merritt Island. Bella Schwantz back to serve for Merritt Island. They lead by 6. Schwantz serve low, received by Butts. Set back outside, Looper gets it over. Richardson keeps it alive, back outside to Aveline Krauser. Great dig by Cummings. Set back to Betty, too far on the set. Betty overextends there, sends it out of bounds. 19-12 now, the lead for Merritt Island. Tavares still has one timeout. We'll see when they choose to use it. With the serve now is Bella Schwantz once again. Awkward receive going back. Betty keeps it alive. Ellis sends it over. Bump set now outside, and the kill attempt by Kylie Thompson. Sent back over in two by Tavares. Set back outside. Elena Martin with the kill into the middle of the zone. And for the second set in a row, Merritt Island the first to 20. And Tavares out of timeouts here in set number 2. They trailed 20-12 once again. And even though this set has definitely felt a lot closer, they trailed in set number 1, 20-13. In set 2, now it's 20-12. So Merritt Island actually with a bigger lead at this point here in the second set, despite early a slow start. (20-12) the lead now for Merritt Island. Merritt Island quickly out of the huddle. Tavares using every second of their timeout, knowing that they have none left. Merritt Island 5 points away from taking the first 2 sets of this match and being well on their way to advancing to the regional semifinals, also known as the Sweet 16. Bella Schwantz back to serve for Merritt Island. They lead at 25-12. Tavares out of timeouts. Merritt Island holds one more if need be. Serve for Schwantz. Receive there by Tavares. Second touch sails over in 2. Set back to Bella Schwantz and sent over. Free ball. Tried to be killed by Martin. Nice dig by Butts. Back outside to Betty for the kill. A miscommunication between Schwantz and Richardson as Samantha Betty with the kill. 20-13. Tavares wins their timeout. And coming off the kill, Betty at the service line for Tavares. Betty served there, received by Shemaya Richardson. Kept off the net and sent over there by Elena Martin. Back outside, good block. Ball kept alive by Ellis, but stays under the ball that time. It's 21-13. The lead for Merritt Island now 4 points away from the set win. Lexi Michelle will check in for Kylie Thompson. And heading back to serve for Merritt Island is Sarah Niazi. 21-13, Merritt Island leads here in set number 2. Niazi serve going deep, received by Cummings. Bump set outside to Charlie Butts with her kill attempt blocked out by Merritt Island. Makes it 21-14, Merritt Island. Checking in the game for Tavares is Alexis Terciano. Back to serve for Tavares is Layla Ellis. Tavares already putting up more points in this set than they did in set number 1. Trying to keep it going here. Ellis with the serve, dropping low for the ace. Off of Bella Schwantz, it's 21-15. Merritt Island's lead cut down to 6. Mustangs are 4 points away from a set win, but Tavares has gotten the last 2 points. Ellis serve into the net there. Puts Merritt Island 3 points away from a set win. It's 22-15. Checking in for Tavares is Leilani Cummings. Checking in for Merritt Island is Emma Michelle and Juliana Dush. Dush to serve. And Dutch to serve. Received there by Betty. Set back to Betty in 3. Gets over. Received by Dutch. Set by Niazi. Shemaya Richardson with the cross-court kill off of Sadukis. Merritt Island leads by 8. It's 23-15. And Dutch back to serve again for Merritt Island. 2 points away from a set 2 win. 23-15. Merritt Island leads here in set number 2. Dutch to serve. Received set outside. And the kill down the line for Charlie Butts. Cuts it back to 7. It is 23-16. Back to serve for Tavares is Chloe Looper. Bulldogs trail 23-16 in set number 2, looking to avoid falling behind 0-2. On the scoreboard, that one angled outside. Richardson is there, set by Dutch, right back to Shamaya Richardson. Blocked up front, nice play by Alexis Turciano for Tavares. It is 23-17 now, Merritt Island. Tavares coming back again, cutting it back to 6. Looper back to serve once again. Serve there, received by Shamaya Richardson, set by Dutch. Emma Michelle, kill attempt goes deep. And now Tavares back within 5. It's 23-18. Here comes the Bulldogs. Here in set number 2. Currently on a 6-3 scoring run. But that serve goes into the net for Tavares. Set point for Merritt Island. Checking in for the Mustangs will be Amber Ives. Checking in for Tavares is Mallory Koneski. This is one of 2 regional semifinal games on the Brevard Sports Network tonight, as we also have the the Vieira Hawks. Alan Zlarzinski on the call over there for that game. Set point serve here for Merritt Island. Miscommunication for Tavares, and there'll be a set winning ace for Amber Ives and Merritt Island, as they are now 1 set away from a trip to the Sweet 16 as they win set number 2, 25-18. Once again, we will take a break here as the players do, and we'll be back for set number 3 here for Merritt Island. It is 25-18, Merritt Island win. In set number 2, they lead 2 sets 2-0. Welcome back here to the Brevard Sports Network for these 2 teams. Tavares in these playoffs, looking for their first ever state championship for Merritt Island, looking to go back to the state championship for the first time since 2021, and looking to return to the Final Four for the first time since last year and win their first state title since 2018 in these playoffs. And if you look at TAVARES versus Brevard County all-time, they are 1-9 all-time versus Brevard County teams. As the serve to start set number 3 comes off the hand of Bella Schwantz. Merritt Island has taken the first 2 sets. They lead 2-0, 1 set away from a trip to the regional semifinals, but Martin sends it deep to start set number 3, 1-0 TAVARES. All-time record between these two teams is 2-0 Merritt Island, as they took them in straight sets in both 2017 and 2016. Both in the playoffs on October 25th and 26th of those years. That serve goes into the net there for Betty. And to start now set number 3, it is 1-1 here between TAVARES and Merritt Island. Niazi will check in for Lexi Michelle for Merritt Island. And Niazi will head back to serve, tied at 1 here in set number 3, going deep to Leilani Cummings. And the second touch gets over for the point for Christine Sadukis. And TAVARES, they lead it 2-1. Back to serve for TAVARES is Layla Ellis. Ellis to serve, goes into the net. It is 2-2 here. Checking in for Merritt Island will be Reese Loggins and Kylie Thompson. We are tied at 2 here in set number 3 of both these teams' playoff openers, looking to keep their season alive, because from here on out it is win or go home. Serve there for Loggins, gets over, set by Sadukis, backside. Sent over by Looper. Set up front. Aveline Krauser with a kill attempt down the line. Ball kept alive. Outside to Charlie Butts, and that drops for the kill. TAVARES takes the lead once again, 3-2. Here in a must-win set number 3. This isn't just for the match now at this point. It's for the season for TAVARES, needing to win the next 3 sets to keep their season alive. Back to serve for TAVARES is Chloe Looper. Looper serve received by Schwantz, set by Loggins backside for Aveline Krauser. With the kill attempt set down the line. Nobody there as Sadukis' set drops to the floor. We're tied at 3 here in set number 3. Amber Ives will check in for Merritt Island. Mallory Koneski will check in for TAVARES. Ives to serve for Merritt Island, tied at 3. Here in a make-or-break set number 3. That second touch goes off the net. Sadukis keeps it alive, but they can't get it over in 3, and Merritt Island takes their first lead of the 3rd set, leading it 4-3. Amber Ives back to serve again for Merritt Island. It is 4-3 Mustangs. Here in set number 3, Ives plays it long there. We're tied at 4 now in set number 3. Charlie Butts back to serve for TAVARES. Received by Niazi, set by Schwantz. Richardson is blocked up front by Betty. Set outside to Schwantz. It was blocked, but it's blocked off of the antenna and back, which is out of bounds. They're off of Alexis Terciano. 5-4, Merritt Island takes the lead back. Checking in for Merritt Island again will be Lexi Michelle for Sarah Niazi. Shemaya Richardson, their ace leader at the service line for Merritt Island. They lead 5-4 here in set number 3. Richardson serve going deep, receive there, set outside, and Merritt Island going to be called in the net there on Lexi Michelle. We're tied at 5 here in set number 3. TAVARES serves it, they weren't ready yet. We're good to go now in set number 3. 5-5 here to start between Merritt Island and TAVARES. Cummings serve to the outside of Richardson. Set by Loggins outside, blocked up front by Betty. Free ball tipped over, nice play by Loggins, but better dig by TAVARES, and that's an awkward hit there for Samantha Betty. She's going to want that one back. It's 6-5, Merritt Island taking the lead And checking in for the Mustangs will be Annabelle Jones and Elena Martin. Back to serve for Merritt Island's Annabelle Jones. They lead 6-5 here in what could be a match-winning third set if they can take it. Saduka set outside. Betty sends it into the net there. 7-5, Merritt Island leads by 2. Jones to serve once again for Merritt Island. Mustangs lead by 2 here in set number 3. And the serve for Jones that time is low, dug out by Butts. Sadukas just sends that one kind of up towards the net with one hand. No one in the range of the ball. 8-5 the lead now for Merritt Island. Jones to serve again. Jones serve going deep, kept in by Cummings. Sadukas gets it up, but Ellis can't get it over in 3. Merritt Island leads by 4. It's 9-5. And first time out of the set coming now for Tavares and coach Rebecca Broadway. And right now, Tavares not struggling with receives as much as they are second touches. And sets have not been strong here in this set, and that's given Merritt Island a 4-point lead already here. As we like to remind everybody and thank Martinez Construction Services and the Florida High School Athletic Association. Martinez Construction Services, your title sponsor for tonight, the best in the business for all your construction, design, and build needs. You can find them online at martinezconstruction.com. Their phone number at the bottom of your screen, I believe, is 349-2000. And also for the FHSAA, find them online at the FHSAA.com, not the FHSAA, just FHSAA.com for all state brackets and information regarding state Final Four and state championships as both these teams start their quest and their trip on the road to the Final Four in Polk County, where the Final Four is held this year for volleyball, wrestling, and competitive cheer, hosted by the Polk County School District. Coming out of the Tavares timeout, it's 9-5 Merritt Island, with Jones back to serve for the Mustangs. Annabelle Jones serve received by Butts, set low, and the kill out of the timeout for Layla Ellis. Wins Tavares the timeout, makes it 9-6 Merritt Island. Checking back in for Tavares will be Chloe Looper. Christine Sadukas back to serve for Tavares. They trail 9-6 in a must-win set 3 for their season. Sadukas serve going deep, received by Shemaya Richardson. Jones keeps it up. Bella Schwantz will get it over. Sadukas on the receive. Betty keeps it alive. Cummings gets it over to Richardson. Set by Jones, back to Elena Martin, and they're going to catch. Merritt Island going into the net there. They call it, I believe, on Elena Martin. 9-7 now, Merritt Island's lead cut down to 2. Serve coming here from Sadukas. Going deep, received by Ives, but that's going to go over the bench and out of bounds. It is 9-8 now. Tavares back within 1 as we get into what's been the toughest stretch for Tavares tonight when it comes to these sets. Right now, they have some momentum looking to take the lead. They currently trail 9-8. Merritt Island with the lead. Sadukas with another serve. Going too long there. Over the head of the line judge. It is 10-8. Merritt Island now in set number 3. Aveline Krauser will check in for Amber Ives for Merritt Island. Bella Schwantz back at the service line. She is the ace leader of tonight for either team at the service line. I believe she has 5 aces. Serve for Schwantz. That one is the opposite of an ace as it goes too deep. 10-9. Tavares back within 1. At the service line is going to be Samantha Betty, their kill leader. Betty serve received by Richardson. Fake set gets over. Nice play there by Annabelle Jones. Dialed up well. And a nice timed play on the fake set. Drops. It's 11-9. Merritt Island takes the lead, and Sarah Niazi will head to the service line coming in for Lexi Michelle. That's the one sort of quote-unquote trick play you can really run in volleyball is that fake set look. Nice dig there by Tavares, but the free ball killed by Elena Martin. on the first touch there. 12-9. Merritt Island leads by 3. Halfway to the end now of set number 3. And the Mustangs are halfway to a 3-set win and a ticket to the regional semifinals. That serve from Niazi tips the net, set outside, free ball, tipped over again by Elena Martin. And that's the biggest thing about a set. You can't play it up either, right on top of the net or over it, because that's a free ball inviting Martin or whoever's up front to kill it. 13-9, Merritt Island's lead now grows to 4. Niazi serve, low, Cumming digs it out to Butts, sent over by Ellis. Niazi keeps it alive in 2. Bella Schwantz with the kill attempt off of Sadukis. Back to Betty, who sends it out of bounds. Merritt Island's lead back up to 5 here. And again, we've seen from 10 to 20, Merritt Island comes alive scoring. We're seeing it here again on a 4-0 scoring run once they hit 10. It's 14-9 Mustangs. Niazi serve out to Butts on the edge. Bump set, and Butts gets it over. Low dig by Niazi, set by Jones up front. Tipped over, nice angle, but Krauser pulls it just ever so slightly too far there. 14-10. Merritt Island's lead cut back to 4. Terciano checks back in for Tavares. And to serve for the Bulldogs is Layla Ellis. They trail by 4. That one is low, uncontested ace for Layla Ellis. Makes it 14-11. Merritt Island's lead cut down to 3 with Ellis at the service line. Ellis has had some good serves tonight, finally getting that ace to fall. Ellis serve received by Schwantz. Set up front by Jones. Back to Elena Martin for the kill off of Christine Sadukis. 15-11 the lead now for Merritt Island. Checking in for Tavares will be Leilani Cummings. Checking in for Merritt Island will be Reese Loggins, Emma Michelle, and Kylie Thompson. Sending Shamaya Richardson, Elena Martin, and Annabelle Jones to the bench. I think Richardson's first trip off the floor. 15-11 the lead for Merritt Island. 10 points away from a trip to the Sweet 16. Set outside down the line. That ball goes off the roof. Nice dig by Loggins. It has to go for Niazi, and it does. Nice play by Merritt Island. Got to get readjusted, though, when they do. Niazi receives the kill attempt. Set outside. Schwantz right over the middle. Krauser keeps it alive. Ball back outside and sent over by Loggins. Up front, Charlie Butts is blocked by Merritt Island. Nice dig by Cummings. Butts gets it over. Rally continues. Set up front. Emma Michelle looking to end it. Not yet. Ball still alive and sent over by Terciano. First touch goes back over for Schwantz. And that will end the rally with a nice kill by Bella Schwantz. Merritt Island leads 16-11. They're 9 points away from a playoff opening win and a ticket to the next round. Served there by Kylie Thompson, or Reese Loggins with a free ball. Killed by Kylie Thompson and Emma Michelle. 17-11, Merritt Island leads by 6. They're 8 points away from the win now. Back at the service line again is Reese Loggins. Loggins serve, received by Butts, set backside. And the kill attempt drops for Niazi. Backside set for Schwantz. Just clips the tape and gets over. Set by Sadukis. Run up. It's blocked by Aveline Krauser at the net. Nice play by Krauser. Merritt Island's lead is ballooned to 7. It is 18-11. And they are currently riding an 8-2 run. 18-11. Serve received there by Betty. Set outside to Charlie Butts. And drops for the kill. Much needed kill for Tavares. 18-12 now the lead for Merritt Island. With Chloe Looper at the service line for Tavares. Looper serve going deep. Received by Niazi. Loggins with a dig. Merritt Island will play it over in 3. Nice dig by Loggins. Set cross court. Butts sends it over. Krauser keeps it up. Set outside. Bella Schwantz with the kill off of Leilani Cummings. 19-12. Merritt Island leads by 7. Mallory Kineski will check in for Tavares. Back to serve for Merritt Island. Just checking in the game will be Amber Ives. Ives has harbored a lot of good runs at the service line when she's been there. 19-12, Merritt Island leads in set number 3 for Tavares. It's all hands on deck, season on the line, and a must-win set here. Set back to Betty into the net. Merritt Island first to 20 for the third straight set, and they are 5 points away from a trip back to the regional semifinals. Ives to serve, it's 20-12, and you look at the sets, it was 20-13 in set 1, 20-12 in set 2, 20-12 now in set 3. And that's going to be an ace for Amber Ives, makes it 21-12. Merritt Island 4 points away, and Tavares is out of timeouts. Merritt Island 4 points away from advancing to the regional semifinals again, looking to advance back to the state Final Four for the second season in a row. Once again, I'd like to remind everybody, any rebroadcast or retransmission or unapproved broadcast of any FHSAA state playoff action, that goes for volleyball, football, basketball, baseball, whatever FHSAA event is not permitted by the FHSAA or the Brevard Sports Network, and any breach of that rule could result in fines or sanctions against yourself or your school. We also like to remind you that when it comes to broadcasting state events for us on the Brevard Sports Network, there are a little bit of different requirements, and we made a post about a week ago, I think now, on the Brevard Sports Network about what it takes to get a game broadcasted on the Brevard Sports Network when it comes to the playoffs, and how you're seeing games like this being broadcasted. It is different when it comes to the playoffs, so if you are interested going forward for volleyball games or football games as the playoffs begin, look at that post and reach out to the Brevard Sports Network if you're interested in sponsoring a playoff game. Ives with the serve. Tavares out of timeouts here, needing a big run here to keep their season alive in this set. Kylie Thompson kill attempt, and you're going to get Tavares in the net. Merritt Island 3 points away as they lead by 10. 22-12, Mustangs are 3 points away from advancing out of the round of 32. Serve coming for Ives. Drops into Leilani Cummings. Set backside. Charlie Butts tipped to the net. Over to Reese Logan. Set by Niazi. Outside to Bella Schwantz. Goes too deep there. It's not touched by Tavares. 22-13 now the lead for Merritt Island. Charlie Butts to serve for Tavares. Charlie Butts serve. Received by Niazi. Set backside. Blocked on the kill attempt by Michelle. Merritt Island gets it over anyway. Fake set. They don't catch Michelle there. She sends it back over. Free ball up in the air. Lands out of bounds for Tavares there. Gets Merritt Island another point. They lead by 10. And the Mustangs are 2 points away as Shemaya Richardson will come back onto the floor for Emma Michelle. And Lexi Michelle will come in for Sarah Niazi with Shemaya Richardson at the service line. (23-13) the lead for Merritt Island as they look to take it straight sets over Tavares. Bump set outside to Betty. Low ball dug out by Ives. Set cross court. And what a kill by Bella Schwantz. Brought everything in the kitchen sink on that one. Match point for Merritt Island as they lead Tavares 24-13. They look to finish them off in 3 sets to advance to the regional semifinals to face the winner of Santa Fe and Satellite. Richardson to serve. Their ace leader. Set by Sadukas. Outside, that ball gets over for the kill by Samantha Betty. And the Bulldogs are staying alive as Ellis will check back in for Terciano for Tavares. At the service line is Leilani Cummings. Still match point for Merritt Island. Season on the line the rest of the way for Tavares. They need at least the next 10 points to keep their season alive. We'll see if they can do it. Cummings at the service line. Going outside, too far outside. And that's it for Merritt Island. It's just a straight set win for the Merritt Island Mustangs. And they will advance to the regional semifinals once again here to face the winner of the Santa Fe Raiders and the Satellite Scorpions. A straight set win for Merritt Island tonight. They win set 1, 25-13, set 2, 25-18, and set 3, 25-14. And with that, Tavares will finish their season at 7-6, and that is the end of the road for the Tavares Bulldogs. For Merritt Island, this season lives on as they advance to 22-5, and will live to fight another game in the regional semifinals in which No matter who wins, they will host, whether it's Santa Fe or Satellite. And now Merritt Island advances to 3-0 all-time versus Tavares. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight in our regional playoff volleyball action here on the Brevard Sports Network. Merritt Island defeats Tavares in straight sets to advance to the regional semifinals. I'd also like to thank one more time Martinez Construction Services, their information on the bottom of your screen, as well as the Florida High School Athletic Association for granting the broadcast rights to this game. And we will see you soon on the Brevard Sports Network. I don't doubt that. Coming up tomorrow night, more volleyball action possibly to come. Our next volleyball games actually will be later this week. What we will have, though, is Friday Night Football coming up later this week as well. So, as always, keep it tuned to the Brevard Sports Network for second round volleyball action already coming up soon, as well as more high school football. And for Caleb Brown, I'm Jackson Robb, and you've been watching the Brevard Sports Network, powered by Natwick Insurance, as the Merritt Island Mustangs